Yeah.
Finster, I have an HRT question.
Oh,
what aside from growing, what other changes have you observed? Like, has your hair gotten thicker? Is your body fat distribution changed?
How weird do you want to get?
Get weird.
Welcome to the show.
The easy stuff, the stuff that everyone tells you, because there is stuff that people don't tell you. There's like, so your skin gets really smooth. Like if you had face acne, gone. You'll never get acne again. Also, I used to have a ton of acne on like my chest or something. I could get the occasional spot or something like that. Gone. It clears like acne scars too. Your skin gets thinner, and that's why it feels like softer. So in the first like couple months of HRT, when I started noticing that, it was like specifically this spot, like between like right in the middle of my chest. I was like, Jesus, this feels like a woman's chest. This is like this is like boobs. Okay.
It's general uncomfortable.
No, you were fine. You were fine, Finster. Don't change a thing.
So there was that. Your hair gets a little bit better. I didn't notice anything crazy with that. Your body hair can get like finer, so like a bit more light and stuff. Like it's a bit easier to shave. It gets softer and stuff like that. The weirder stuff, along with boob growth and stuff, the weirder stuff is like, first of all, you develop an ass like nearly overnight. Like in like a month, I went from having like a guy ass to like a girl ass, which was nuts. That was a strange one. And also, your balls shrink.
I could have guessed that one. Yeah, that does make sense.
Did your hair get thicker on your head?
I don't think so. But I think that might happen. Some of it's like your mileage may vary because some people. Dude, my foot size shrank 1.5 sizes.
What?
Yes. Because the way HRT works is it like the tendons or something, or the thing that connect your bones together?
Yeah, ligaments.
Ligaments, right? They can shrink. Your bones can't shrink or anything, but they can shrink. So that's what makes your foot smaller. It's the same with your height too. I've dropped about 1 inch of height. So like I was 5'11", and now I'm like 5'10", or
really?
just under. Yeah,
I didn't expect that. Does it change with shorter ligaments? Does it have any other impact aside from length of feet and height, like flexibility, strength? Like, have you noticed?
I can't lift shit. I've had, how embarrassing it is to like. I do these photo shoots every month where I bring my friend of like I've known him for years and he's worked with me for years, but like he comes over to do like kind of the admin stuff, like kind of make sure everything's going right. And I'll try and like open like a can like this or like a twist bottle cap and go like, dude, can you just please? I can't open this fucking thing.
Oh, so you're off the lifting grind?
Aren't the nails fucking like a handicap as well? Like
for picking like a
Christ,
quarter up off the ground, but nothing crazy. They are nuts.
Taylor, do you like girls with nails like that? Like Fantaside?
No, I prefer shorter.
Like no nails,
like
right?
Very, yeah.
Like polished and like manicured or whatever, but no nails.
Look nice, but like I don't want to get like scratched.
I don't want anything protruding.
Yeah.
Anything? Can I see your nails again, Finster? I'm gonna go full screen.
They're pretty long.
Small.
They're so grown out. I need to get them. I'm getting them redone tomorrow, but like they're up there for length. I think it's I usually get a little bit shorter nails. It's just they look good. It's like I think girls get their nails done for themselves, not for like I don't think for any other reason.
Yeah, but for sure, because I don't like it at all.
Men don't care about nails.
No. There's like the good.
I do care, and I don't like it.
Well,
I care. It's just the bullseye's in a different place. I just like them clean and manicured. Like it I want your nails to look like that's what you were going for.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there.
Clean and manicured, but I just don't. I really hate. Like the longer they are, the more I hate it.
I used to have these ones that were like, I think from the base of my finger to the end, probably 1 inch, like something nuts, like early on, and it was awful. You deal with it fine because you get used to doing your daily activities from in like a week. But I tried woodworking with them. Nah.
What were you making?
I was building this desk.
Oh, a desk. I like big projects.
I wanted to ask on the height thing, Finn. Has that kind of sucked? Are you like, damn, like I don't want to get shorter? Because that I would hate that.
It's the opposite. I went through when I was like growing up normal. I had like
the first time.
Yeah, the first time I had like I was like, damn, dude, because I was 5'11", so I was that height that no one is. I was genuinely 5'11", and I was like, shit, I've got a 5 in front of it. No girl. It's a guy with a 5 in front of their height. This sucked. I wish I was taller. And then like as soon as you start going like, if I want to present feminine, like, most women are quite short, especially like in England, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of like, it's a nice change, especially shoe size, because as soon as you get like size 9 or below in England, you get to wear like pretty much all women's shoes like that. Then they all fit. You don't have to get any.
They're not specialty shoes anymore.
Yeah,
because you don't have Peggy Hill feet. Yeah.
You get locked into like some stuff like Amazon like drag queen heels or some bullshit, and it sucks. And
so it knocked you down into the 9 range. So now you're there.
I've got I'm either size at 8 or 9. Yeah.
Are women's shoe sizes? They're like a men's 10 is like a woman's 12, right?
England is just all the same.
Oh, that's a better system.
Oh,
that is a better system. I think we even have
U.S. women's.
What would that be? Vanity.
The goddamn conversions
shoes?
chart. That's probably it's probably a women's 12 or something.
You ever buy like an Italian shoe and it's like it is a size of 42 centimeters? And it's like fuck you. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, 44 in Europe and a 10 in the U.S. if you're a size 9 in the UK for women.
What size do you wear, Taylor?
13.
13. That's a big foot.
13.
It's a normal size foot.
Not for a human.
No, it was really laughable. My feet exploded when I was like in middle school. So I was 13 years old and had size 13 feet. And I remember like having that response to like the act your age, not your shoe size thing. And it was like, my age is my shoe size. Very briefly that window existed, but it was there. Yeah. I did not like 12. That. You were 12?
Yeah. 13's too big for sure. My dad wears size 13. And when like, as a young man, I would sometimes like throw on his boots or something to do a task and then be like, dude, these are huge. What's wrong with you?
I feel like, and I guess this is a bias, but I feel like 14 is when it starts to get too much. Because then like I can walk into any store and find 13s.
Yeah, I agree. 14's the cutoff.
Yeah.
Or 13 rather. Socks is the problem. Like do you wear normal socks? Like do you just get them off the shelf?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the one. Well, like they say the different sizes on them.
Yeah, but they cap at 12. It's like 8 to 12 is the standard like men's socks.
Oh, I have some that are like 10 to 13, I guess.
Oh yeah, you get the extra large socks. Yeah,
I guess I get large. I didn't think about that.
I didn't do that until a few years ago. My feet have been hurting my whole life.
And you've been wearing baby socks.
I got those hairy feet too. So like when I pull the sock on it, like the hair like goes back. So when I take them off, I gotta like rub them because the follicles have been like completely backwards all day. I shave my feet now. I don't have that problem. I also don't wear socks often.
You genuinely shave your feet?
I take my razor.
That is how you would do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like lather them up with like shaving cream. Get a straight razor out. Like
he's like, yeah, use a razor.
Dropping cloth.
That was.
I wear socks every day, even if I'm just staying home. I always wear socks around my house.
No,
I never wear socks.
It's just
I wear socks. I doubt I have footwear on more than a few hours a week. Like, yeah.
See, if I don't wear socks in those, it becomes chemical warfare. Like it's so stinky.
They're gonna get nasty. Anything with any like slippers or something like that. If you're not wearing socks with them, that's awful.
A little powder in there, we're good.
Wow.
A little powder. It's just gonna mat down.
You wear socks with your slippers. That's dad shit.
Yeah, that is dad shit.
I wear socks around the house. Mom shit, Woody. What the fuck? Fuck you, big ass.
Now I know your pronouns. I got it out of you.
I had to get that one. You gotta try. Have you ever had like waxing done before?
No.
Yeah. My nose and my ears.
You've done? Oh, okay. That nose is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Was it ears? Yeah. I've heard like I went to get waxed and I've heard like the lady doing it was just evil. She was enjoying the whole thing. And she was telling me all these stories about like actors that like guys that would come in and get their chests done as well as like full body, but they'd come back like the next day to do the chest because how much the chest hurts apparently. I've never had to get it done, but it sounds terrifying.
Where did you get waxed?
That would be terrible. I don't want my chest hair waxed.
Where did you get waxed?
Below the belly button, like everything, and it was
both sides, like front, back.
That
wasn't
be, that's got to be fun when she's like, okay, now get in position.
Oh,
How low did she stop? Did she go to your ankles or did you just do the good parts?
Yeah, she went.
Ankles. Let's talk about his asshole.
I'm just trying to get.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, we are.
I told people I was getting waxed, and like some girls that, I knew that were saying like, "Oh, the ankles are the worst. You got to really prep for that." Wrong. Those girls have never had their balls waxed. That's
Oh,
the asshole bit. Not as bad as you'd think. It was just really demeaning.
how do you even wax your actual balls? Because there's so much give to a scrotum.
Oh,
They're just like
didn't care.
they're holding it like a bat wing.
Yeah, she's gonna bat wing it out for you and like get that tacky.
Man, I'd wear
What do you do about your facial hair? You just don't have much.
I don't have much. I'll dry shave like every now and then. Like I'll just run I grow hair like here and like the sides of there. And but
has that
like
changed since the HRT?
No, I didn't grow fresh out before. I was built for this.
Yeah,
you gotta get the electrolysis. You gotta get the electrolysis, ma'am. You gotta get those.
Can you, like,
Don't do a dude
Amazon?
smarmy voice. Do a girl smarmy.
I should. It just apparently it hurts like hell.
Can you buy?
Yeah, I know a girl who
stuff
got
on
her
Amazon?
whole
How does it work?
vagina electrolysis.
Ooh,
That's
very
permanent, right? Or maybe not
Yeah.
permanent. It lasts a long time.
It's somewhat permanent. We've been through this before. You know, they grab it with these special tweezers that have like an electricity hook to them. They like fry the follicle, then they pluck the hair. It doesn't come back for a long time. Like it's years of relief for you.
I think it might be permanent because I've heard in like I've got list that half my stories are going to be. I've heard this trans girl. There's like all the like trans community stuff. If you're getting your like bottom surgery, you've got to do electrolysis on there. So you know when they do the
because they're gonna tuck it back into you. Yeah.
So it doesn't cause any issues with like hair growth or anything like that for surgery. You get that done first.
You're keeping the penis, right?
Yeah.
That
Good.
Seems like a good
Good
move.
decision.
That seems like a
Good decision.
That's a good
Let me just say this.
decision.
I could get on board with just about anything, but that bottom surgery is wackadoo. They're not done yet. Okay. It's like Wright brothers. There's a guy on the plane in the prone position hanging on with that technique. Okay. We don't have a cockpit yet, so to speak. Actually, we do. We have a cockpit because they cut a hole and then they shove your cock into it inside out, and it doesn't work right. That's not going to work right. You have to keep that thing like, you have to insert those things to keep your hole from closing back up because it's technically a wound. It's a wound. There's no way it smells good. All right, you know the average vagina has a hard time smelling good. A real vagina has a hard time smelling good. It's not its best trait. Imagine what one of those man-made jobs is up to down there, growing yeast and fucking. You can make beer with what comes out of there.
I don't know, Kyle. When I think
got
about
better.
my automotive experience, sometimes the aftermarket stuff is better than the stock stuff.
That I would agree with you if we're like strapping on some titties or an ass, but we're not doing that. We're cutting the fuel injectors out and putting a new carburetor on, but we inverted it first. It doesn't make any sense.
We're at the level. Remember that like flight where the guy was like, if I put a bunch of spirals on top of this bicycle and pump it, it'll take off. Like, so we need to get past that level of technology.
I like the one that was just the flying contraption. You sit in it, and it's just like a porch umbrella that bounces up and down rapidly, and so the guy inside is also like hippity hoppity.
I still feel like that should work a little. Like if the umbrella could close on the upstroke and then open for the downstroke, why doesn't that? That's how
the material would. If the material was full of cells that would close on the downstroke but open on the upstroke, so you're grabbing more air every time.
Yeah.
It's literally reaching up and grabbing air and pulling it
But
down.
now you're just gotten to a flight technique that's just more difficult than normal flight.
Well, I know I'm trying to make a new one here. Like that is how the kick works in the breaststroke. I think it's called the frog kick. And basically they just, they bring their legs forward in a more efficient way than they bring them back.
If you looked at the helicopters are kind of what we do for that. But if you remember in Dune, they had those ornithopters that were based on a dragonfly. That's one of the cooler flying contraptions I've ever seen from sci-fi. Everybody else just straps jets onto the side of something and says, yeah, they're magic jets that push incredibly hard forever. But they were just like, nah, put some wings on that bitch. And just fluttering around. That was neat.
That is cool. I like ornithopters. Very, very mystical. Reminds me of like Lord of the Rings or Magic the Gathering. Because obviously there's a lot of Magic the Gathering ornithopter cards. You guys all know that.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, there's so many.
Everybody knows. I couldn't even begin to list them.
I keep my list of favorite Magic cards and my favorite Bible verses together.
Is there anything that you've really disliked with the HRT where you've been like, oh, this sucks?
It's just like, I think it's like, again, this is gonna feel gross, but like HRT, it's estrogen. It's switching a lot of your functions to like how a girl would. So a lot of your male functions are a little bit harder to get there. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, you know, I need that what's the PKA sponsor again?
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew. Yeah, little Blue Chew.
There's that, and also those, like, you know, the pills. Oh shit, yeah, that
You
like
need some lock and load. I bet you're not
Lock and
gasming the
load.
same way. You need some lady loads.
the this feels so weird. The feeling is you get like a half experience of, I imagine, what like a female like orgasm would be like. It feels way better. You come way less. It sucks. There's like it's weird.
Wait, I'm trying to process that. So when you do orgasm, it's stronger, but
Yeah.
you don't orgasm as often or easily.
as easily. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's not making as much jism, Woody. His lady
I don't think
sperm
that's
is
it. I
lacking.
think you're just saying it's a lot of hard work to get over the edge. But
No,
when
Cole's
you
right,
do-
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. But that's not what you're talking about, I don't think.
Yeah, because if your balls are shrinking, I guess it's
yeah.
making less fluid.
So
right?
you
Less
threw me-
sperms.
You threw me at lady sperm.
Yeah, you
Yeah, and so it's harder
Lady
to like
loads.
get hard and come. And then when you do come, are you always like, it's going to be a big one? That's like, it's like, oh man, it felt like it was going to be more than that. Everyone
Yeah.
deals with that sometimes.
Have you
Not us.
tried the
Not us,
the
though.
tadalafil yet though, Finster?
Yeah, weirdly enough,
okay.
I
Yeah,
tried it. So it's less so a problem of like getting up there and more a problem of like
Getting
You
over
know.
the edge.
getting over the edge. But you know, it's compensated by like it feels way better. It is like a nuts thing. I bet you there's some mad scientist out there working on a way to just get that one thing so you can port it over to guys. That would be sweet.
do you inject estrogen or is there a patch?
You can do whatever. In America,
you-
they do injections most of the time, or like oral, like pills. And then in the UK, you usually either have pills or like a gel or a patch. I use a gel. I've got it
Yeah.
somewhere.
Gel.
Where do you put it? On your thigh and your
Gooch.
You can. You can, but it's like I think doctors will say like not to because it will go. Estrogen can fuck up your liver. Sometimes that's why people don't do as.
And it can
like,
rub
pills
off on
much.
your partner too. You give them a little gooch estrogen.
No, that's a genuine thing. I can't pick up the puppy. If I stopped putting estrogen on my arms because I can't like cuddle my girlfriend or like pick up the puppy. Like it sucks. But I just do like inner thigh, and then it's fine.
Do you have to
Yeah,
do that
at
every
night.
day?
Yeah, that's the thing that's annoying. If you do injections, you do it like once a week. It's easy. But we can't
Testosterone's the
get that
same
now.
way. They can do that's how I know all that.
I thought you said the gels weren't good for like
for
tests.
testosterone, I don't think it is. From all that I have learned and all the people I've talked to and 3 doctors I've spoken to, it just seems like it for the purposes that I had and that most guys are going to have. It just makes a lot more sense to inject. But there were pellets they could put into your skin that would slowly dissolve. I was like, I don't want you injecting a fucking pellet into me occasionally. And then there was patches and gels, I think, and I'm pretty sure it was going to go in my gooch. I think that's. I was like, I don't want to be rubbing some gel on my gooch. That then I have to be. All right, my hands are now contaminated. Now, if I were to touch my girlfriend, then she would absorb the testosterone and slowly she's getting fucking jacked up. Yeah,
Yeah. Now you've got
Mhm.
competition.
yeah. Now I'm watching her PRs fucking skyrocket over there. She's
Mhm.
squatting 450. I'm like, what the fuck?
She starts peeing standing up.
Yeah, she already does that. What a mess.
I don't know why. The first I thought the dogs weren't broken in.
She
and
said the
then turns out-
patriarchy. She said she will not sit for the patriarchy, and
Mm.
she lets it fly.
Mm.
God, it's
For the
awful.
patriarchy. Damn.
Well, empowered.
I would much rather do any sort of treatment with gels than injections. Whether
Really?
it's
Even if you
hormones
did
or
it-
something else. Yeah.
Mm.
Like if it was like, oh, you have a stomach ache. Do you want to get an injection or a gel? Like give me the gel.
I think the thing is like if you get like one of those little things, I bet you can't. He's gone off camera, but like if you have like one of those little vials, they last like 6 months to a year. But the amount of gel you need is like one pump thing a month, and it's like the size of like one of those those thin Coke cans or something like that.
Is it
It's
like
like-
expensive?
For testosterone, yeah. Like if you're a trans guy, then oh, that's
Yeah,
cute.
have you not seen Murphy yet?
No.
He's so well behaved. Look at him
He has
fighting.
3 good legs.
But yeah, like if you do I've lost the plot. I'm looking at the dog.
It's an adorable dog. I love
Yeah,
Kyle's newest edition, I think, more than any of the others. Not that Toby's
Really?
a bad boy, but
Not that's a favorite at all.
certainly
Yeah,
better
I
than
don't
Rocky.
pick favorites amongst dogs. Taylor does freely.